this morning. If not, if you're just now tuning in, thank you for tuning in to Unravel. I am Coach Emma. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Friday so far. So before we get started, we'll wait for a few more people to come in. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and stand nice and comfortably with our feet directly below the hips. Let's just wiggle those fingers. Do a quick body scan, so starting from the head, the temple, coming down. How does the head feel? How does the neck feel? How are the shoulders? Kind of roll them out. Good, all the way down. How are my hips feeling? Down to the legs. Wiggling the toes. All right, so let's start with our hands down by our sides. I'm going to spread my fingertips apart, pulling the shoulders down and back towards my pockets. We're going to start with some head nods up and down. Do about 5 head nods here. Just getting the neck nice and loosened up. You might feel some tightness in the back of the neck when you do this. Let's go side to side next. Respecting where you're feeling the tightness. Try not to push through that too much. Try to actively pull that arm down, so I'm stretching the right side of my neck. Pulling the right arm away. Again, keeping those palms facing forward. Go one more each side. All right, roll those shoulders back a few times. So next we're going to bring the hands out. We're going to paint the fence. So you're going to bring the hands out nice and straight in front, all the way up. Then we're going to come down, flex the hands. So on the way up, stretching the front side of our forearms here. On the way down, stretching the bottom side of our forearms. So up and down, trying to reach forward. Stretching out those wrists. Try to have your breath in sync with the movement. So I'm going to breathe in on the way up. Exhale on the way down. Try to get your fingers nice and straight on the way down. Kind of hard. A few more here. All right, moving into the shoulders. We're going to have a slightly wider stance now. I'm going to have my right arm out nice and straight. I'm going to have the palm facing up towards the ceiling. The arm behind is going to be pointing down. And I'm going to reach out to the right. I'm going to switch. So now I'm rotating my right arm under. Left arm is pointing up, reaching to the left. And I'm going to go back and forth here. So actively pulling away, getting a good stretch and some rotation in the shoulder joint. So the arm out in front that I'm leaning towards is facing up. Palm is up towards the ceiling. I'm going to switch, rotate. Good, keep going, get a good stretch. more each direction. Try to keep the shoulders pulled down. All right, let's go ahead and come onto the ground and on our hands and knees. What I want us to do here is take your right arm, you're going to rotate, bring that elbow just slightly towards the ceiling, and then we're going to weave through, bring that shoulder down to the floor, and come back up. Slight rotation, nothing crazy here. And back down to the floor. So let's go at your own pace here, nice and easy. I'm going to do one more on this side, then we're going to switch arms. All right, coming back to our starting position. I'm going to switch arms now, so now I'm going to take my left arm, slightly rotate, then I'm going to sit back and weave through. When we come up and rotate back, try to take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale on the way down to the floor. Go one more here. All right. And now since we're already in this position, let's work on the hips a little bit, the hip area and the groin. So I'm going to take my right leg out. You can start with whichever side you want. What I want you to do is keep your foot nice and flat on the floor. Keep the back nice and flat. You're going to slightly sit back, so you're going to push back with the hands just slightly. And if you can, try to rotate that foot up, so toes pointing up, and then bring it back down, flat on the floor. Come back up to starting position. So sit back, bring that toe up if you can, back down, neutral. Let's do two more on this side, then we'll switch legs. So I'm actively pushing back with my hands. Last one. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs now. So I'm going to bring out my left leg out to the side here. I'm going to sit back. Try to make sure hips are staying level with each other. So both hips are pointing down at the floor. Let's go two more here. Last one. All right. So we're going to bring it down to the floor. We're going to do our 90-90s. I know we're all familiar with these. So we'll start off nice and easy, just kind of going back and forth here. Use your hands if you need some support. Try to turn your torso facing the lead leg each time. So now we're going to stay here, whichever side you are on. I want you to face towards that lead leg. You can grab onto the knee. I want you to try to squeeze that glute and raise the heel up into the air. Bring it back down. We're going to switch sides. Same thing on this leg. So again, you can hold on to that front knee. I'm going to try to squeeze and raise the heel of the trailing leg. Good. Back down. Let's go back and forth a few times with this. And you might find that one side is a little harder than the other side, which is normal. Good. So squeeze. If you're not comfortable with this, you don't have to raise the leg up. Just hang out in that stretch for a little bit. And try to hold that squeeze for at least 5 seconds. Let's do one more. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and come on to our backs. What I want you to do is extend the right leg. You're going to hook your left foot right behind the knee of your right leg. Let that knee drop. Hang out here for a little bit. You can extend the left arm out flat on the floor here. Nice deep breath. Bring it back up to center. We'll switch sides, so I'm going to extend my left leg now. I'm going to hook my right foot underneath my left knee, grabbing the right leg with my left hand. Letting it drop over to the other side. Letting this right arm fall down nice and flat. Try to keep both shoulders flat on the floor here. Bring it back up. We'll switch sides. Right leg straight, hooking the left foot under my right knee. I'm going to grab the left knee and let that fall over. Nice big breath in and exhale. Make sure the fingertips are out nice and straight. Okay, let's switch sides. Let's finish up by just bringing both knees to chest, if you're comfortable with that. Kind of rolling them around in a circle if you like. Switching directions. All right. So feel free to stay in that position if you like, if that was pretty comfortable. Take your time getting on up. That's all the time we have left for Unravel this morning. And thank you guys so much for joining me. And stick around for about 5 more minutes.